Hi friends, my name is Borrodante and welcome back to the Outlandish Curiosity. So I had a little break after previous session and we're just keep going. And I took a little time to think about stuff and I decided that let's redraw the sketch with full details, with clothing and everything, with thin lines to make everything legit and awesome. Because right now I feel like this is probably the most complex scenes that we have had so far. And it's a bad idea to have not a very good sketch for it. It's good in composition, in geometry, on its level. But we need to push it further, we have to go deeper. Because we might easily mess it up. So I don't know how far we'll go with this. And I'm not sure how much I'll be commenting on this. Might be kind of a quiet episode. I mean, since we're doing the same page again, there's no invention here probably. But also I think we should only concentrate on characters. Nothing else really requires tiny lines. So yeah, we're gonna be just drawing a lot of clothing today. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be drawing over Gilbert's portrait at all. It seems totally cool the way it is. But these guys really require some details because I have no idea how to search that right away in color. Everything's gonna look very lame. Let's load our references. Alright, here we go. So let's start. Okay, doing good so far. The only thing that's left is a stick. And actually thinking through its design. Because it's not supposed to be just a stick. It should have something on top. Okay, that's a cool looking spear. Cool. Cool character. Now let's draw 25 more. So I assume they have another armor plate on their back as well, right? That would make sense. We never really established that. Every time forgetting to add the armor on the forearms. What am I like? Well, I mean, it's kind of good to think through the anatomy of arms before doing this. Second done. So this has been 1 hour of recording and I assume about 5 minutes of video. This is gonna be a long night. I mean, I probably won't draw everything in episodes, but for now let's keep doing. I don't know, it seems legit, but it would be good of course if I would be actually building up from scratch. In that case, I would have a better geometry of anatomy as well. Although, in these particular sketches, it's pretty good the way it is. But thing is that it might look good with thick lines. Because thick lines, they hide a lot of mistakes, a lot of not very well defined things. And you kind of look through that. And when things go slim, you totally see everything. It's a lot higher precision for the mind. So it's a good idea to do that right away. Some artists use initial construction, like when they just go with the circles and bones. And they use thick lines. And then on top they draw with the tiny line. I feel like it's really better to go with tiny line right away. It just sets your mind straight to think in higher detail, in higher accuracy. So in this shot, let's do Gilbert, and I guess that would be it for this. Other guys, they're really not visible much, and they'll probably be just silhouettes mostly. So, but yeah, Gilbert needs to be done well, so let's do that. Also, let's add a spear for the second guy. Okay, looking cool. Man, it's just a whole bunch of details. Really hope it will pay off. I started drawing the second page after doing a little break. It's 5:30 a.m. as you can see. Oh, it's 6 a.m. already. Okay. So, I started drawing the new page, and I started doing it unconsciously in a bit of a different way. Like, the way I draw lines is different. I mostly work from the elbow right now. Even when I'm doing like kind of tiny details, all the movements, I don't do this, I only do this. And it feels a lot more cool. Like, the lines are a bit more loose and round, and they make me think about the whole image right away. Instead of going artistically in small movements, I go like in big. For some reason, as I'm moving my elbow, it makes me think on a bigger scale. No wonder many artists actually recommend drawing from the elbow. That's why I find it so important to position the tablet and myself and the spine. Actually, this deserves a totally like a separate big video on how exactly I organize my workspace. It's like super important. I'm such an asshole about it. It has to be perfect. But a lot of things in the workspace are done in the way that my elbow would be at the correct angle and nothing would be an obstacle for it. This is really important to have that. If you don't have that, try making it work in the way that, like, position everything that you work with in a way that your elbow would be free. And you'll notice, like, how you immediately become a lot better of an artist. It's a thing. I discovered it a pretty long time ago, but it's really hard sometimes to organize the workspace so everything would be comfortable, not just your elbow, but you yourself as well. But anyway, yeah, it feels a lot more cool to do this. Like, it might be a bit less definitive at some sort. In here I have this feeling like everything has tiny, uneven touch to it. Like it has super tiny, like nano details to everything. Just these unevennesses. I know if I would draw this from the elbow, it would look like more like this. Like would be super straight, awesome lines. Basically, drawing from the elbow is what Lazy Nizumi does to your strokes. You will be able to do that on your own without any Lazy Nizumi if you draw from the elbow. So we kind of lose those super tiny details that really aren't of any value when it's just a sketch that's going to be in color anyway. We won't be able to actually paint over all the tiny bumps on the lines. And they're not really conscious. Like, I do that just because my hands can't really do super straight lines. Because micro-mechanics of fingers is not super awesome for drawing straight things. And in here we lose these wavinesses, but we achieve a way better thing, which is the dynamic of the whole shape. Right here you can see how this thing has such a cool shape. It just looks cool. And the whole spine looks cool behind it. We see the dynamics of everything. Really dynamic sketch. And in here, these shapes, they were kind of like, okay, I get it, but it's like one on top of the other, but what is really going on? I don't know. There's no message in the whole shape of this spine shield here. Such a huge difference. I have to remember that. I have to practice that so I would always draw like this. This is really cool. So here's a little note. I think I'm gonna go to bed soon because I'm getting really tired. I woke up really late, so I'm not like dying, but still it's not cool to work this late, or should I say early. Okay, we don't need to draw ass. Let's maybe finish this guy and then I'll go have some slumber. I wonder if this is the way they draw anime. I don't know why, I feel like these strokes right now, they really look like the shapes they have in this nice anime style when everything is so slightly rounded and with a very limited controlled amount of details on everything, that everything just looks so nice and you just want to touch it with your eyes or something. And this is how you achieve this kind of line. I draw this split on the tricep so low, it's actually quite higher. It's a bit higher than the middle of the whole shoulder. Now, only the mask left. Almost forgot to add some sort of strings that hold the masks. It's not visible mostly, but... Okay, cool. Right, of course I forgot the armor for the forearm. I think we're done with this guy. So I'll then add these two, these three, and these maybe 2 or 3 or 4, and about 20 here, and I'll be good. But for now, I thank you for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Wake up your neighbors by yelling the outro. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Good night. Thanks for watching to the end.